Okay. What do we have? Amendments. What is happening? This one, maybe. We are in item 4. Minutes of the 59th General Meeting / Conference of the Nigerian Institute of Surveyors held from 22nd to 28th June 2025 at the International Conference Center, Enugu State. Amendments, I hope people have gone through. Raise your hands. On page 3, 59.1.0, opening ceremony. Any amendment on that? No. 59.11, technical session. 59.2.0, first business session. Any amendment? 59.21, President's report. Any amendment? Secretary General's report. 59.23, Financial Secretary's report. 59.24, Treasurer's report. 59.25, Internal Auditor's report. Any? 59.26, announcement. 59.28, cultural evening. 59.29, vote of thanks. 59.20, motion for adjournment. 59.2.11, closing. 59.3, second business session. 59.3.1, call to order. 59.32, opening prayers. 59.33, presentation and adoption of agenda. Also, 59.34, induction of newly elevated associates and full members. 59.3.5, reading, amendment, and adoption of minutes of last AGM. 59.3.6, matters arising from the minutes of the 59th AGM. A, PC1 building update. Comments from members. I'm at page 7. President's response. Motions. Additional observation. Resolutions. That is AGM decisions. B, NIS land at Kiami. Any correction? Deliberations, resolutions, AGM decision after extensive deliberations. C, proposed NIS legacy building in Abuja. Location and cost of the property. The initial deposit made. Internally generated funds and donations. B, advances from state branches, special levy, pillar levy. C, loans. Acknowledgement, dedication project account. Adoption of the report, comments from members, clarification, final motion. Resolution, AGM decision. Page 10.
Okay, somebody is raising their hand.
Yes. Who is that? Yes, yes. Are you with the mic? Where is the second mic? Quickly give him this one while you look for the second mic. Rush.
So which side?
Thank you, ma'am. The President and the Executive, the past President, distinguished fellows, dear colleagues, elders of our profession. Mr. President, sir, this resolution of the AGM concerning the legacy building was incomplete, sir. I think the AGM, after recommending the past President for the good job done, also instructed the executive, the incoming one, to pay the balance, and also instructed the the coming executive to move into the legacy building. That was part of the resolution on that legacy building, my President, and it was not captured here. Thank you. My name is Olawala John from Lagos State.
Okay, thank you very much. Where am I supposed to start? Page 14. Comments from members? Then 59.4, business of the day. (59.4.1), discussion of officers' report. Then A, President's report. B, Secretary General report. C, External Auditor report and reactions. 59.5, confirmation of AGM venue. Okay. All right. Take the mic to him.
This is the second man.
Thank you, Mr. President. Savio Anthony Hato, FNIS from Edo State. On the Secretary's reports, there is an omission. I remember vividly that I pointed out at the last AGM in Enugu that some of us are good investors, but we are not good managers. And at that AGM conference, we resolved that a committee should be set up to help us look into the management of our properties. And that is not captured here, please. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Noted. Yeah.
Mr. President, sir, I want to say something about what the last speaker said. He actually said that, but I remember that our past president, Alabo, noted that it's the duty of the board of trustees to look at the properties, to maintain the institution's property. So that was why that was not included. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. I think that is correct. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. All other protocols duly observed. The immediate past Secretary General said what was said after the last speaker said what he said. The two of those statements should have been captured. Thank you. Chike, no?
It's captured now. See, external auditors report and reactions. Yearly report, discussions on the report, resolutions, AGM decision. 59.5, confirmation of AGM venues for 2026 and 2027. 59.6, electoral committee report. $59.7, any other? 59.8, AGM communique. 59.9 announcement. 59.11 closing. I'm calling adoption, motion for adoption of this. Adoption, yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, all other protocols duly observed. Atilola is my name. While moving the adoption of the minutes of the last AGM held in Enugu, I want to observe that here we are roasting and we paid for this place. We should call the owners of this place to order and let them give us the AC. During the opening ceremony, the place was cool. What is happening? Having said that, I want to move for the adoption of the last minutes of the last AGM held at the International Conference Center, Enugu, with the amendments made. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Look at the...
Mr. President, sir, the elders of the profession and the General House, I'm Surveyor Chooks Martins Nzomiwu. I stand to second the motion of adoption of the minutes of the last AGM. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Surveyor Nzomiwu. Thank you very much. The minutes is hereby adopted. Apologies, if any.
If you give any other person, I'll send you.
Apologies. Okay.
A number of apologies have been received at the National Secretariat, and they will be published in the next officer's report. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 6, item 6, matters arising from the minutes. Yes? Okay.
The President, ESCO members, past presidents, distinguished surveyors. Ideally, the Secretary General is supposed to read the list. But then, we want to save time. That's okay. Please let us know the number to expect. That's the essence of putting it there. Apologies. So let's just know the number that will be published. Thank you.
31, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. 6. Surveyor's Tower, PC1 building. It could be recalled that our PC1 building in Victoria Island, Lagos, was rented some time ago, and there have been work going on. So, we are aware that renovations and taking care of the vandalizations done there was ongoing, and I'm calling on the Secretary General to brief the House on the extent of renovation
Thank you, Mr. President. Standing on already established protocols, as part of the Secretary General's report, at the moment, the PC1 is under full renovation. The ground floor, first floor, and second floors have been completely renovated, and the occupiers of the building are Sterling Oil and Gas Limited. I believe they are using the place for their training school. So on the ground floor, first floor, and second floor, there are items that looks like classroom setting, where they have computers and everything, where they intend to train. As at the last visit, myself, the Deputy President, and some members from the Lagos State branch visited PC1 building. The elevators are fully functional. In fact, we use the elevator to get to the 8th floor. The elevators are functional. The generators, no, one generator out of the two is functional. We have two 500 kVA generators on site. So one is fully functional. The transformer has been replaced because PC1 has a transformer that serves it exclusively. So the transformer has been replaced, light is restored to the building, and as at that visit, after we discussed with the Deputy President and we also presented in the ESCO, we were mandated to let the lessors know that even though they've done a lot of work, the building remains Surveyor's Towers. So whatever, because they told us they were going to do some aluminum cladding. So we told them whatever they do, the name Surveyor's Towers must remain boldly written on the building. Whatever they do, and until they finish the renovation work, Prudential Staffing Solutions must have somebody on site, so that if any member of the NIS or BOT or ESCO wants to visit that site and see what is happening, they can be given free access into the site. And as also reported, the tenants have paid the balance for the first 2-year rent. So I think for PC1 building, we are in a good place at the moment. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are also privileged to report that the chairman of Board of Trustees, past president Bode Adaga, visited there more recently, and we are requesting that he brief us further, brief the House. Who is with the mic?
Mr. President, Vice President, and the General House, which we are
Thank you,
having
sir.
1/3 of the members of the Nigerian Synod of Surveyors in this business session. This is not good enough. So, 1/10. So, Mr. President and members, for those of us who are here who are much interested in the affairs of the NIS, yes, I visited that place. Today is about 9 days ago, Thursday, to see so that I can corroborate whatever the ESCO or the secretary will say. It's true. The ground floor is that is the basement, is being concreted with special stone. The first 2 floors have been completed as stated, and I visited it. The lift is working. It's an edifice, the internal one. And I told them that whatever they put there, we are coming to have inventory. So the Board of Trustees, the members, we will visit that place later. They told me in 2 months' time, everything will be completed and they will put it into use. It's very beautiful, and other innovations they are putting in. I decided to visit that one so that I can have something to report. I wouldn't rely on what the ESCO report that they will give us here. And it's all right. It's all right. But we are yet the BOT is yet to visit the Kasana place so that we can report together. But immediately we finish this, we will arrange so that the BOT will visit that place too and be able to take inventories. And also our land that we have, so that those are the property that the BOT that is being held in trust for the people, and we should be able to know the state and the conditions and document it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are happy. The BOT, they are actually doing their work, and we will continue encouraging them. Yes, past president, sir. Past president.
The president, past president, fellows of the institution, and members. It's interesting to know that progress is being made in PC1 building. I know that the report says work is going on, a lot of renovation. Mr. President, I want to know, who is bearing the cost of the work that is going on? Because I don't know, maybe it might be a naive question. Because I'm saying that because they said they have paid some rent and collected them. The work that is going on, who is responsible? And how are we going to incorporate it into what they are spending? The reason being that if some other person is spending on our behalf, we must monitor what is spending, so that at the end of the day, you won't say, you know, we did this, we did this, we did this. The price will go to an extent that we will have a building for which benefits we may not get. So please, I want to know that who is responsible for the development that is going on there. Do we have an NIS representative or an estate valuer who is monitoring what they are spending, so that at the end of the day, we know that this is what they spend. If they are going to take it from their rent, we know what they are taking. That's it. And again, before I say that, I want to observe with my past president that what we have as AGM today is really nothing we can talk about. For since 1986 that I have been attending AGM, I don't think we have had an attendance as poor as this. Something must be done. And before I say that, that was why I said at that time that this is AGM and conference. The conference is for the benefit of the individual who is attending. It is the AGM that will draw from your experience. So, and that if we want to mark your attendance, it's not the conference. And I'm saying that from next time, we should endeavor that at this AGM, people will they will put there their names. So that if you don't attend AGM and you attend conference, that is on your own. It will count for your elevation. It will count for whatever you want to do. Because you came to attend the conference which you benefited from. And if you run away after the conference, then you have not helped the institution. I want you to take note of that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah, but let me just chip in a word from what our past president said. Actually, the tenants are bearing the cost. But what you said, we have noted that and we will adjust accordingly. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Anthony Hato, FNIS, Edo State. I have carefully looked at the agenda, sir. It appears something is still missing. Sorry, I'm taking us back. I believe the Karachi land is still part of our properties. For those subscribers, I think some of us are not actually comfortable that issues concerning Karachi land, it appears to be silent a bit. I know there is a committee that is currently handling it, but I would have expected it to be captured in this agenda. Because for over 11 years or thereabouts, we cannot, the subscribers cannot take full possession of that land. I think it troubles us. And that was why I initially pointed every property NIS has, we should have good managers to assist us. Look at the one of the PC1 building. Our past president rightly mentioned, if eventually the current occupant of that building comes to tell us it took them X amount for the renovation, that could prevent us from getting benefits from that property maybe in the next 20 years. I would have expected that before such renovation commenced, at least the NIS executive or committee should have worked closely with them, have an idea of what it will take them to renovate that building, come to a conclusion so that we know what we are expecting when they are done with everything. So please, sir, I'm still trying to re-emphasize that it will be proper. We have good managers that can help us with all this, because these problems, they are almost becoming, in fact, I don't know how best to describe it. For every property, there is an issue. For every property, there is an issue. We must please find a way of putting a stop to this, so that for every property surveyors owns, at least we are sure it's being properly managed for us. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. All other protocols duly observed. On PC1, I'm sure the President has not given us the full picture. There is an agreement with those that are occupying the building now. And what we could have done is to give us a summary of that agreement. To my mind, and as much as I understand, the renovation is part of the agreement, and the fund they are spending they are deducting it from their rent. Probably that's why the rent is low. And then, after they have done the renovation, for how long is the rent they are paying now be at that level? These are the kind of things that we should summarize for us so that we can be on the same page and people will not be saying, oh, what are they going to do, and so on and so forth. In this kind of arrangement, the occupants say, okay, we are going to renovate this building to our taste. We will pay you this rent for so long. After that, you can consider a new rent. These are the kind of things that we need to know. Thank you.
Before further this thing, let the deputy president, who is going in contact with them, explain further.
The chairman, past presidents, distinguished surveyors. Yeah, it is very paramount to let you know what has transpired between NIS and the lessor. What we actually have in the agreement, like my past presidents, Surveyor Titulola has said, there is actually an agreement between the two parties, that is between us and the tenant. The 98 million per annum charged for the first 2 years was based on the fact that there will be a lot of renovation in that building. And the list of all what's to be renovated are attached to the agreement, and some of which the secretary has also given us. The ground floor, first and second, the ground floor, after 2 years, there is provision for or negotiation for increase in the rent. So all what we have said, partly all what I said, we have them already on ground. The only paramount issue is that we should have an estate valuers which can be monitoring what we agreed upon, and which we consider to be a very good suggestion from the floor. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, my deputy. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. All protocols duly observed. I just want to chip in, sir, that those of us at the western part of this hall, we have been raising our hands. Please kindly also look through this side too, so that whatever we have as contribution will be adequately presented. That's the eastern part. This is the western part of the hall. Please look at us too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The president,
yes,
past presidents and fellows, I just to add to what...
Your name?
Okay, my name is Gani Agbaje from FCT. I wouldn't have said anything, but for the purpose of putting us on a very good stead against next year. Past President Aigbe mentioned the issue and that I think the past president Adiaga, the number of people here with regards to registration for AGM. What I know to happen is that you have separate numbers of people that registered for conference. If you don't attend the AGM, you didn't come for the meeting. Today, I think we should register those of us that are here. Let us start it now. Those that are not here for AGM. They are here for conference. That is one. That takes me back. I wouldn't have said anything on that. If I ask the Secretary General, I say, how many people actually attended Enugu AGM? If you see how the list are here, there's no way you can deduce the number of people. Because each state branch is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be done. We need to actually get the numbers from 1 to wherever it is. Whether it's 400 people or 500, you cannot deduce from this minute. And it has to be corrected. Though I know correction has passed, it has to be corrected. It's not in the good interest of the institution. We need to know the number of people. You can make comments and have a list by branches and have the numbers of those people that really attended. That is my submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We've heard you, and it will be done starting now. Thank you very much. Just 2 people more. Yes? 2 people more.
Mr. President, past president, and all other protocol duly observed. I'm Dakbo Hajiboye from Lagos.
Volume.
Thank you, sir. I want to actually confirm if the tenant in PC1 building took the whole floor or just 3 floors. If it is just 3 floors, then the NIS, ESCO, and the Board of Trustees still have a lot of job to do so that they can find tenants for the other floors. If it is the whole floor that they have taken for 98 million, I think that is too small, even with them renovating it. So next time when we are having a discussion after 2 years for that area, I think that is too small and we should up our game. But I want to know, do they have the whole floor? They are just managing the 3 floors for some time, or we still need more tenants? And if we need more tenants, then the NIS should up their game to look for the other tenant for the other floors, so that we don't just be clapping because we have gotten tenant for 3 floors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The entire building was rented to Prudential. So they are doing the 10 renovation. They are taking care of it. So that's it. No, we are not looking for any other tenant to occupy any floor. Thank you. Yes. Huh? Past President.
Mr. President, sir, this is one. I'm not castigating the last speaker, but one. This is part of
volume.
This is part of what we are saying about attending AGM. When you reported having tenants there, you said it that is for the whole building. If the last speaker had been coming to the AGM and being present at meetings, he would have known. Yes. It's in the minutes. How could you rent half part of it that will be renovated, and the other one? It's been reported for the past 3 years. And I have to say this. We have to thank the president. Because when he was the deputy, that was the period he was able to attract tenants there. Even if they were to take it at zero money, we should have agreed at that time. So for him to be able to do that, it's commendable. It's commendable. And also, somebody mentioned all the property, what is that, where we have estate? Karshi is part of the NIS property, because members constitute the NIS, and the interest of it was on the interest of the NIS that members subscribed. So it's not meant for the committee. It's part of the property of the NIS. You see, so that one too should be captured. We should have reports on it. If it is personal, it's emanated and it started from NIS of having an estate for surveyors, and we know the effort during the period of, survey and YBC did a lot. It was army land. It went, and all other subsequent administrations started until this time. So it should be part of the property. And Mr. President, sir, we will be grateful, because if court cases or court case arises or arise, whichever one, the BOT, the BOT will be one to be sued. If we are not carried along with whatever agreement here and there, we have to know. I'm sorry, I'm not putting anything, but Mr. President, you have to change the game. You have never met us since you assumed office. I'm not castigating you, but you have to say it here, and you have said things will change. I know it will change. So I will suggest we have to go through all these things, call the BOT, and then we can go through all these things, see the papers, see the files. Your administration will go. And if there's no proper record from the BOT, things will not, they won't be able to take over properly. So it's our property. We have the PC1 building. If there hadn't been any continuity before, we wouldn't be able to be where we are now. I thank you for what you have been doing for bringing tenants there. And you continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the advice. Let me take the past president and one more, and we close the matter. Yeah, past president.
The chairman and the house, mine is just to add to the information without wasting our time. There's a difference between renovation and redesign or interior decor. What the deputy president has told us is the renovation, which may have been completed by now, for them to have moved in. So whatever they do after they've moved in is they trying to make the interior to actually serve their purpose. That cannot be our own responsibility again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That is the situation. Somebody was raising his hand, and that should be the last person. Who is that? Are you, or is it the other person? Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Thank you, Mr. President. I noticed almost, my name is Soviola Jugba. Now, I noticed almost all the past presidents are worried about the number of people here. And I think we can improve for what we are doing here. A lot of people, cost a lot of people money to come here. So for us not to see them appear that something was not properly done. I register online. And it's not everybody that register online that is here. Yesterday was supposed to be AGM. Today another AGM. So people are worried. Which one are we doing today? Maybe next year we will not mix it up like that. Let AGM be full day, so that everybody will know today is AGM. And let's change the registration to the door, rather than just saying you stay in Lagos to register. Your name is there as present, but you are not there. But however, I want to appreciate the effort of the ESCO for those of us who make all the effort without that cause us to come to Kano. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think we are stopping here because time There are a lot we are going to do. Let's go to the next topic. That is 6II. NIS Secretariat Building at Kasana. Secgen, brief on that.
Thank you, Mr. President. Standing on existing protocols. NIS Secretariat Building, Kasana. As reported in the Secretary General's report yesterday, we have moved to Kasana. What we are yet to do is to close down 30 S.O. Williams, and it is specifically because of the AGM that was fast approaching. What we have left to move out of S.O. Williams at the moment are what we use to work day to day. Our server, our solar panels, the generator, and I think that's about it. Every other thing has been moved to Kasana. And 2 weeks ago, we were able to get a meter. We paid the estate facility dues and every other thing. So as at now, 80% of all our belongings are already in Kasana. Why we did not move totally was because of the AGM that was fast approaching. Disconnecting our servers at that time and trying to reconnect in Kasana could have given us some unexpected hitches, which we were thinking could run us into some issues at the AGM. So we let that to stay, and immediately after the AGM, we are going to ensure that 30 S.O. Williams is no longer the business of NIS. We will be fully at Zimbabwe Street in Kasana District. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, yes. Yeah, the next thing is 6II. BOT report. BOT report. Where's the microphone?
Mr. President, sir, as has been said, usually let the welfare of the public secretary or the secretariat pass sheets of paper round for us to be able to enter our names, those who attended. The BOT have reported interimly, let me put it. Whatever we want to say, it will be later after the necessary things have been done. Because as I said earlier, we've not been able to meet, and the president has not handed over all those things to the BOT. But it's in the interest of the NIS that we are working on this. So the report we gave, or the
They should not be what we call those that are just peeping in. They should be at the center of the affairs of the property management of BOT. And in fact, in some climes, monies from BOT, in fact, we said it in the past, that money coming from PC1 to be managed by BOT. And when there is a budget, the BOT should release such money to ESCO, but not to have everything together, whereby, oh, we have money, we can spend this way, we can do this.
Not replying, but let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. The BOT has indicated more than 3 times for the president to, in order that any time we had any national program at Abuja, I know what you have been doing, challenging that the BOT, all of us are likely to be around. And it wouldn't take us more than 30 or 1 hour. But the secretariat and the president have been so busy to be able to accommodate. So that is it. So let's leave it like that. But to clear that the BOT is to be blamed, no. Thank you very much. Mr. President, according to past President Achilola, who has given insight, I have a write-up from the Google and everything concerning the work of the BOT is in. And it was, I think it was sent to us by Ibitoye during that period. And I have a copy where you can see the work of the BOT, but we can't do that because we don't have any budget. We have to consult the president and seek problem here and there so that you will not be able to settle certain things. I think that one is gone now. It's fully settled. These ones have been solved. I wish, Mr. President, within the next 2 or 3 months, things will normalize. I wish you luck. Thank you.
Thank you. We're supposed to be meeting. They are supposed to be meeting and reporting to us at any given time as they like it. But they have to, for example, at this AGM, they can create time for them to meet, and other function Olumide, so that they will be sharing ideas on how to maintain our facilities. So I don't look at it as a problem, something that will constitute a problem. It's just a question of the chairman or secretary putting up notice for meeting. But it would be cheaper for the institution, something like in AGM, as I said earlier, and also Olumide and other functions we have in NIS. They will just gather and do one meeting or the other. So this is where I am, the way I feel this thing can be done. And yes, my past president.
I want to put it on record. From what past President Atilola said, the BOTs is not an addendum, it's not an appendage. It's a full-fledged body that should be accorded its position. You cannot say when we come for AGM, when we come for Lumide, you make 1 hour. It means we are not serious. A serious body will take the BOT, like what Atilola said. If we want to do that, for example, in the first place, when Atilola says it's our problem, I didn't say no. But he corrected it immediately. The chairman said that he has indicated that we want to meet 1 or 2 occasions. I expected that people from the back who have been listening would have taken you up there. Somebody said he has indicated that we should meet. We don't hear from him. If we are going to meet and you don't say yes, do we meet? Please, the BOT or an organization as it is, it's not an appendage to be treated with levity. That when I come for a special program and go and speak 1 hour, that's not fair. Please, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Past President.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
ESCO, past presidents, my very dear fellows and colleagues. We are spending too much time on the issue of BOT. We have said the BOT will send its meeting schedule, whatever, to the president. The approval you give them, and they will hold their meetings. It is not at AGMs that they will come and meet. You don't dictate to them when they will meet. They should have their program. Particularly why I rose up to speak is Dr. Atilola made a comment about monies accruing from our properties to be given to BOT. Foul, there's nothing like that. ESCO will manage whatever funds that come to the NIs. BOT is there to advise. They have their role. It's a legal body. I'm sure there are lawyers inside that committee as well to advise how they can go about their business. Let us leave funds of NIS, please, out of the BOT and place it in the hands of the ESCO. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
The President and the House, the issue of money that had just been spoken about came about when the PC1 reverted to us, and we were at sea at how to manage the situation. I happened to be Vice President National then, and I felt this lump, we even thought in another 1 year we'll be receiving, if not billions of naira as rent then. So I thought we should bring in the Board of Trustees to help manage the renovation then, so that more or less ESCO will be insulated away from whatever was happening for transparency. So throughout the renovation period, it was the members of the BOT that had direct contact with the contractors, and all that was happening was that when it's been approved, whatever they were going to spend is sent to the president to disburse. But that was then. It's not in the Constitution. And we thank God where we are today, and nothing has changed in the Constitution, and the President in Council is in charge of our funds. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think the members of BOT, they are men of honor, and the issue of fixing the meeting time, they can do that, whether during meetings, or if the need arises that they should do it outside the meeting period of NIS, they should notify the Secretariat, and we will plan that accordingly. So we will get timetable for all these things approved, so that there won't be any complaints again. Thank you. Then 6 IV, forensic audit report. Is the external auditor in this hall? External auditor, please step forward. welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you. Are they bringing this?
Oh, you need booklet.
Well done. You are welcome.
Good morning, the President, past presidents, fellows of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, distinguished members. I'm standing on existing protocol. I'm here to represent the firm of Additional Adebo Co. Chartered Accountants, the firm that was contracted to carry out the forensic audit of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors from 2009 to 31st December 2023. We should open our booklet to page 43 of the report, of the AGM report, page 43. It is with the no. Okay, sorry. Not page 43, please. I'm sorry. It's page 71. From 69. 69. Nigerian Institution of Surveyors Forensic Audit Report. Summary of findings and recommendations. This summary of our findings. We have submitted detailed report to the Secretariat, and we are directed to come up with the report that will be short for this environment, sir. Composition of National Executive Committee. According to institution's constitution, the National Executive Committee, NEC, constitution shall consist the following. You will see this in page 70 for the benefit of time. And the list of the past presidents is also contained in page 70. Now let's go to the report proper, page 71. Introduction. Our firm, Additional Adibo and Co. Accountants was appointed as the external auditors to conduct the annual audit of institutions' accounts from 2021 financial period, which ended at December 2021. During the audit, some observations lingered for 3 consecutive financial years, and were not resolved. Were not resolved, please. It was also resolved during the 2024 annual general meeting that our firm should carry out a forensic audit of institution statement of financial position from January 1st, 2009 to 31st December 2023. In compliance with the solution, the National Executive Commission, our firm, on 5th September 2024, and we commenced the assignment on Monday night, September 2024. Major highlights of the findings. International Federation of Surveyors. That's number 1. The present report has contained the minutes and reports of the 49th annual general meeting and conference that took place from 19th to 23rd May 2014. Revealed that the total collection was 359,824,033. Expenditure plus bank charges was 248,399,878, leaving an unspent balance of 111,424,155. This balance could neither be vouched into the institution's internal records nor the published account presented at the annual general meeting for 2014 or the subsequent years up to 31st December 2023. Cash and bank balances. Cash deficit of 15,949,187 was observed between closing balance for 2017 and the opening balance for 2018. The closing balance for the year ended at 2017 was 39,439,994, while 23,490,807 was reported as opening balance for the year 2018 on the published accounts. Surveyors Council of Nigeria, SOCON. We observed that an amount of 150 million was paid to SOCON and advance rent payment during the year ended at February 2010, out of which records revealed that 10 million was refunded in 2014. A letter written by the Surveyors Council of Nigeria dated 7th March 2014 in response to Nigerian Institution of Surveyors letter dated 28 February 2014 requesting the settlement of 140 million balance was reviewed. The paragraph 2 of SOCON letter stated that in view of your letters of 28 February 2014, we wish to state that while SOCON paid 59 million as rent for NIS for the past 3 years to Ashen Douglas and Co. This in addition to the 10 million naira given to the institution for PC1 building projects, indicates that SOCON has the balance of 81 million naira to pay. We should expedite action towards the payment. So instead of 150 million in the account, NIS is having 89 million in the hands of SOCON. So what is due to NIS now is 89 million. Nigerian Institution of Surveyors Consult Limited, Senate Bank account 1010822453. Institution obtained information obtained from bank statement revealed that the company operated during the years 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2021. Published account disclosed total receipts or income of 52,175,402, while the total payments expenditure was 40 million for the periods under review. Analysis of the bank statement indicates that total credits or deposit for these years were 345,308,778.88, and total debits or withdrawal were 348,509,570.70. The understatement of total credit stroke deposit was 293, while that of debit withdrawal was 308. Bank balance as per published account was 1,376,738 as against nil balance as per bank statement as at September 2011. NIS land acquisition, allocation, contribution, refund, and expenses for the purchase of land by NIS. Published account revealed that the institution collected total sum of 153,750,000 as against total payment and expenses, which stood at 160 million. The deficit of deposit over payment was 7 million for the period 1st January 2009 to 31st December 2023. Sophia's House, PC1 building. The building is situated at plot PC1 Engineering Close, Victoria Island, Lagos. The construction of building was done through a finance development agreement between the Nigerian Institution of Sophios and HFB Engineering Nigeria Limited and was officially commissioned in December 1992. The handing over ceremony of the building to the Nigerian Institution of Sophios by HFB Engineering Nigeria Limited was performed on 27th January 2011. Messrs. M.I. Okoro and Associates, Estate Sophios and followers of 7 Ademola Street off Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos, were appointed as managers of this building on 27th July 2011. The contract agreement between Nigerian Institution of Sophios and the Messrs. M.I. Okoro and Associates was signed on 21st October 2011 at NIS Secretariat, Millennium Builders Plaza, Abuja. With the agreement, the restoration period should be 6 months and the renovation cost should not exceed 190 million. Refund of renovation costs will be made from the first 2 years rental fees, and Messrs. M.I. Okoro and Associates will absorb all costs in the pre-lenting period, and the lenting service fee shall be 5% of net rent collected. Total relocation cost was 311 million against the benchmark of 190 million. Excess spending was 121,656,589 as obtained from the published accounts. No value attributed to PC1 building in the published accounts before 2015 financial year, while 199,748,114 was disclosed under statement of financial position as at 31st December 2015. The building was valued at market value of 3,172,750,000 and for sales value was 2,125,742,500 naira by Bamgbola Consulting, Estate Sophios and followers, as per the valuation report dated 2nd February 2016. Funds collected from members for renovation of building. The sum total as per the Nigerian Institution of Sophios contribution list provided was 224,366,000, while the total obtained from the audit check was 214,285,000. The difference is 10,081,000. The amount of 214,285,000 was analyzed as 112,875,000 as amount traced into the bank statement made available, while the untraceable amount was 101,410,000. Audit check revealed a total sum of 52,772,000, which represent deposit made into the Senate Bank building fund account by individuals which could not be vouched into the PC1 building fund contributors list for the period ended 31st December 2023. Unreconciled deficit was 58,719,000 for the period ended 30th December 2023. The total refund as per records obtained was 38 million during the period under review. This consists of refunds for payment made through Senate Bank fund account 28 million and 9881 as per the payment list provided by NIS. Further analysis revealed that payments with the evidence of contribution for PC1 building, renovation from various documents obtained was 19,661, and refunds made from the bank account, which is the medium of their contribution but could not be verified, were 8,475,000. NIS list of 981 million could not be traced into NIS contribution schedule. Analysis of the payment list resort to 1,555,000 into deposit extracted from any bank fund account, and difference of 8 million were funds without evidence of contribution. Conclusively, out of the total contribution of 214 million generated from the schedule of contributors provided by the institution, only sum of 112,875,000 was traced into the bank statement made available, while the untraceable amount was 101,410,000. In the same vein, the total amount paid to certified contributions as a startup of the bank statement was 18 million for the period under review, leaving the revised amount outstanding as 94,289,000 as at 31st December 2023. Members' outstanding subscription. The members' outstanding subscription written off was 246,378,877, which consists of an amount written off 133,267,371 as reflected in the claim trial balance as at December 2010, and the cumulative difference amounting to 113 million observed from the reconciliation of claim trial balance with the published account presented during the annual general meeting of the institution for the years covered by the forensic audit assignment. Recommendation. In view of the responses obtained from the circulation of the forensic audit reports to the past president, our professional mandate and previous experience related assignments we recommend as follows. The first step is to prevent the repeat of the scenario through complete overhauling of the accounts department of the institution by putting in place a workable accounting system and account staff with adequate knowledge and experience required to maintain proper records and generate accurate information for the stakeholders as may be required. The present executives must ensure that the institution's internal accounting records and information are updated based on the outcome of this forensic report, so as to reflect the true state of affairs of the institution. After review of the annual financial statement by the external auditor, the executive should ensure that all the contents of the audited financial statements are explained vividly by the external auditor to financial members of executives, with the appropriate references to the internally generated year-end trial balance and audit adjustment journals. Also, annual audit journals must be incorporated to ensure that internal records are in agreement with the final audited financial statement to be presented at annual general meeting of the institution. Appropriate steps should be taken in respect of the areas that may need explanation from the past executives, former external auditors, former internal auditors, and former account staff that served the institution during the affected period to serve as a deterrent. Finally, we express our appreciation to the members of the executive, ably led by the distinguished president, for affording us the opportunity to continue to be of service, and the management team and staff for the cooperation and assistance extended to us during the course of the forensic audit assignment. Signed, Additional Taufik Adebowale, Chair Accountants.
Thank you very much. The past presidents and distinguished surveyors, we have carefully listened to the reports of the forensic auditing, which we asked our external auditor to look into. He has already rendered the reports. Listen carefully. He rendered the report under different headings, and which he also gave recommendation. At this juncture, let us consider the report and ask questions or contributions, put questions to the internal auditor for proper clarification where we have one or two areas to resolve. Thank you, sir.
Adoption for discussion of the document by the external auditor. Let one move for the adoption. Yes.
Surveyor Dr. Olunlade Olufemi FNIS, having listened carefully to the report of the forensic audit, I want to move, and I hereby move that this report be adopted for consideration and discussion on the AGM. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Seconder.
Who did you put?
Somebody raised his hands there.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Surveyor Dr. Isa Funtua. I hereby second the motion to adopt this document for discussions for this forensic audit.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the document has been adopted for discussion. Any question? Question? I will give. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 4, number 5. Okay. Number 6. Number 7.
Number 6. Number 6.
Thank you very much. Number 1.
Thank you. Mr. President, all other protocols duly observed. From the report, a lot of painstaking job had been done by the, they are not external auditor per se, they are consultants, because so they haven't listened carefully, especially to the concluding remarks of Mrs. Adebowale and co. He gave recommendation. That recommendation did not give us how to recover the lost money. The second recommendation that was made was that certain actions should be taken. We should do this, we should do this, we should do that. Now, when we leave here today, the problem will be who is going to ensure that those things are done. I therefore, I want to move a motion that these consultants should be retained to monitor, apart from our normal external auditor, to monitor and put in place that what they have recommended, if we adopt it, is, they are actually effected so that we will have a better reporting and a better account for the future. I thank you.
Our external auditor is already with us. We contracted him just for information. Number two.
Thank you, Mr. President and the House. I want to commend the consultants for the job done. I don't know how well though. There are some issues that really call for further attention, like issues on FIG on page 71, issues of cash and bank balances also on page 71, issues concerning NIS consults, as well as issues concerning the accounts of the PC1 building, where we do not have records, proper records of contributors. Lastly, there is the issue of members' outstanding contributions. Mr. President and the House, from every item raised, the accounts section is a very sick baby of the institution. And this has been on for a very long time. Must we wait till eternity before the necessary steps are taken? Now, on the recommendations by the forensic auditors, if you look at the penultimate paragraph, the people have advised us to call some officers, past officers of the board, and past employees to come and explain some things. I think serious decisions should be taken at this AGM to ensure that those people, as recommended, are invited to explain themselves. And on this issue of outstanding members' contributions, when did we take a decision to forgive people who are indebted to the institution? Is that not implying that those who are contributing don't have anything better to do with their money? Mr. President, sir, you still have a year left in your tenure. I think you should do the needful to ensure that this institution is back on sound footing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Number 3.
Are you free?
Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from the report we just heard, there is a record of people who supposedly contributed for the renovation of a PC1 building. I stand to be corrected that those of us who contributed initially was not for renovation. We contributed, in layman's language, to rescue the building, to ensure that the NIS did not lose the building. And we contributed based on different agreements, and we have written records. It is not possible that there is no record of those contributions. And I would like to say that we should not be lumped with those who contributed later for the renovation of the building. I'd like to know where the record of the contributions we made to rescue the building. Now, it should be separated from the contributors for the renovation. Our contribution was not for renovation. It was to make sure that the NIS did not lose the building. So we need to know. You will not just lump every person together as contributors for renovation. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 4.
Well, Gani Agbaje from FCT, the chairman, the president, and all Other protocols duly observed. Well, thank you very much. Additional Adebowale and Co. You said at the beginning of your presentation that this is meant to be a summary. If I go by what Sovio Sholesi FNIS said, I can read into all the items that we are not gaining anything other than maybe you are supporting what has been done. By the lawyer state when they say, I put it to you. We need to know more. All this hidden money, we have to fight it and make sure you know who and who are culpable. We will not agree, that's my suggestion, that all monies should just go down like that. Some people have worked hard to make this institution what it is. Nobody is bigger than any of us. There are so many hidden information. We need to have the right tables. Who did what? We can't trace it. This is the money that was supposed to have been there, but it's not there. And these are not small money. We are talking of hundreds of millions. I'm supporting those who are saying, sorry, it's a forensic audit. If it is possible, we then need to identify those who are culpable. By maybe by means of error or by whatever, you hand it over to ICPC or EFCC. Whether they are sleeping in their rooms or thinking they have passed, they have done the officers of the institution and they pack our money. Please me, I'm ready to serve in any committee to ensure that the forensic audit is done properly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my president.
Are you number 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Dr. Olunlade Olufemi, my name, FNIS. While supporting other speakers, I have another motion to also move. I can see that over time, we have been giving the carpenter's job to the plumber. And therefore, most people that we have been appointing or electing as our finance team members, we can see from this forensic audit that it's not only that they failed, we also failed. Because we elected them, especially those who are supposed to be our own, not looking at those who are actually managing the management or the administration of the fund or of our accounts in the secretariat. We are looking at our own faces, the treasurer, the auditor, the internal auditor that we've had in those years that are listed by the forensic audit. Thank you once again, the forensic auditors. I now want to move, sir, if it is allowed, that since it's a constitutional problem or constitutional problem, it's not our fault per se that we have those guys there, all our people who have been there before. But going forward, that we have the portion of our constitution amended, fiscal management, the financial secretary, the internal auditor, the treasurer, and probably the secretary of the institution. But the secretary is not even that involved now. That the requirements for members who will be eligible for those posts should also include, if nothing more, but a certificate course. 2 weeks, 1 month, 5 months course in public finance management, PFM, will be okay. Or in ICANN, ATS, will be okay. But just putting a carpenter to go and do bricklayer's job, That's we'll be fighting with the documents in future. So that's my motion, sir, that we amend our constitution that those financial secretary, our auditors, our treasurers, henceforth or going forward should have such little knowledge of accounting for them to be able to sit or vie for such position so that we can be helped. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Number 6.
Mr. President, members of ESCO, past president, fellows, and our dear colleagues. My name is Surveyor Alabo Charles here, David Charles. One of the reasons why I've gotten up to speak is to let the external auditors know me, because I had a lot of engagement with them in the letters they sent to us. Outside that, I will want to recommend that when a new ESCO comes on board, they should have serious, intensive retreat in matters concerning finance. And I will also recommend that the ESCO, if you don't have it already, should follow the example of board. We now have a new software where all expenses we spend must be confirmed that they are budgeted before the expenditure is done. That enables you to ensure that your spending follows the pattern you have created for the budget. Details can be given to the ESCO in this course. Finally, I want to mention something about NIS Consult. I stand here as a past president and I'm a fellow of this institution to say, I know I will be crucified, that I have never supported the idea of having an NIS Consult to compete with us who are serious businessmen. Except if you have either a project from government or somewhere, we can use it as a special purpose vehicle to do jobs for NIS. Not when a company advertises for a job, I will be applying. I see NIS also applying. And for that reason, between 2018 and 2021, NIS Consult did not operate under me, beside the fact that when I took over from my predecessor, the documents were all stale. For you to operate NIS Consult, there are so many statutory documents that should be alive. They were not. So the fact that they continued up to 2023, the auditor should look at their report. There's a hiatus there when NIS Consult was not operating. Thank you.
Thank you. Lastly, number 7. Who? Number 7. You mean?
Thank you, Mr. President. All protocol duly observed. Our friend Additional Adebowale and Co. This forensic report to give us. My name is Surveyor Oladijo Ireti from Lagos. This forensic report to give us, for me, I believe he has a lot of ambiguity. I think forensic should be cleared from all ambiguity. Let me first go back to your first report on Zenith Bank statement account. I remember in the last AGM, you stated that the NIS operates multiple accounts. But in this report, you only stated the Zenith Bank statement account. And after you discussed that you operated this, you checked this account from 2009 to 2021.
I want to read your last statement. You said bank statement as per published account was 1,376 plus as against new bank statement as per the bank statement as of 31st December 2011. Sir, what happened 2012, 13 to 2021? Sir, also you make, I don't know why you keep us giving all this kind of reports. You said something about written off amounts. And we are talking about millions of naira. You say member outstanding subscription written off was. I think the forensic should be more about years. You started your statement by saying you consulted, you list the past presidents. What happens to on tracing about between so year and so year? We have many good past presidents in NIS, and you just make all past presidents look like the same thing. Besides, why are you not uncovering the truth for us or telling us what exactly we needed to know? Now you have to be as a committee again to discuss this. So, sir, I'm not satisfied with this report, and this report is not forensics. That's the simple truth from me.
Okay. Thank you very much. External auditor, you've had all the questions, and take the microphone. Before then, one of our past presidents comes. Take the microphone to him. Sorry.
Mr. President, sir, with the last speaker, I don't know what is forensic in this. Now, no external auditor since inception, since the time you started, has never shown what this, has never reported any deficit or anything concerning our, all has been passed year in, year out. We are satisfied with the accounting system and all these things, this thing. That has been the report. I think in the past, what I think of the auditors is that you query some other and you invite those people before you pass it. It's unfortunate, I don't know. I think the auditors, the forensic, should have been able to analyze year by year what has been collected, what has been spent, and whether it's deficit. We haven't had any deficit since our normal external auditor. I'm not talking about forensic auditor. When you go, and also I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. The result. Why can't we go within the period? You said between 2009 to 2. Who occupies the office? Who are the people? These are between 2009 and before the takeover. Between that takeover and so, what did you find out? Between the, so that it will be clear. It will not be cumulative. And again, this is just scratching on the surface. This is just scratching on the surface. We should be able, we talked about PC1 building. What accounted to, we budget, the budget was 190, they spent 200 and something. What was responsible? What has it? How did they spend this? I'm sorry to say I'm not comfortable with the way the report is. There should have been a pinpoint. This regime. Whom are you going to take up now? So,
Mr. President, sometimes when people who know say it, we should listen. I'm a lawyer. The time they said they were going to, somebody moved up, I don't know whether it's here, forensic, I said, look, you don't have the capacity to do forensic audit. Like they have all said, This is just an ordinary general audit. I don't want to mention. Number one, a forensic audit will invite every person, every individual, every receipt will be done. You know why it's not possible? No forensic auditor. You just take your money based on forensic audit. Just like when somebody wants to buy motor, you just give his name and take. To do a forensic audit, in the first place, our office, the office of the NIS, is not built for such. I want to draw you back to what I always say. The Nigerian Institution of Surveyors is like a quasi-trade union organization. If you don't know, you should listen. Because it's a quasi-trade union organization, its main function is to protect the interests of surveyors in their work, what they are doing. Each time you talk about investment, I just laugh. Now, if you want to do forensic audit, you will call back those people. There must be records. So. And the danger, I'm happy, you know, the man knew what he was doing now. If he mentioned somebody inadvertently, we are in trouble. I was waiting. There was a time they sent me a letter. I just throw it away. I threw it away. Because I know they didn't do their work. If before you call me, you must know what you are doing. Otherwise, you pay dearly. In the first instance, because you don't have the capacity. The auditor, the people who are working in the place, somebody says you train them. All we know, all we need is that when we are in a situation like this, when fraud is committed on the face, we are looking at it. A fraud, we are all looking at a fraud. We will sit down, we say we are looking for forensic audit. You know that I buy this cloth for 10 naira. You know, I know. Somebody is telling you that he bought it for 2,000. Nobody will say, how can you buy it for 2,000? No, we are waiting for auditor. But how? Please, what I'm saying that this is not a forensic audit. You cannot take any decision based on this. Thank you.
Observation. The President, fellows, and the House, please, I want to observe, one, that all those affected by this report, whether right or wrong, should have allowed the House to talk and take decision. Two, for someone to wake up and say that the report submitted to us by the forensic auditor is null and void, is not useful. It's embarrassing and insulting this House. No matter his height or level, we can do better than this. Anybody found culpable or guilty should be treated, should be presented to ICPC or EFCC. They are not above the law. We cannot be threatened by anybody. It's a public fall. No intimidation. I am pleading that this House should approve that the firm that did this should publish a booklet, comprehensive, detailed, that from year to year, and those details should show the EXCO that served particular that year, so that we know how to separate the chief from the shaft. We cannot just take it that all who have served within this period have come short of God's glory. Some people must be held responsible. We must pin down to individuals, to tenures of service, and all those officers and the employees of NIS who colluded in doing this should be treated as equally. Please, I am pleading that this House should allow, we don't want summary, give us the comprehensive detail. Let it be served state by state. People should go and study this thing. And if possible, a committee should be set up to advise us what we do further. We can take legal action. Yes, observation.
Observation. Go to observation.
Mr. President, ESCO, fellows and members, my name is Surveyor Hanyi Crescent Okoma FNIS from Imo State, the council rep. You see, no pregnant woman is supposed to threaten people with pregnancy because she lord for it. You don't get pregnant by drinking it from water. You get pregnant by desiring it. When people come and say, I want to serve, they call it service. And you are telling them, no, it is not your own time. They will be struggling to serve by force. And when they finish serving, and you tell them you are culpable here, you are culpable there, they will want to run to court. Why are you running to court? So my information is one. When administration comes into an office, they give us a budget of what they want to do. We pass and ratify that budget. If they must go outside that budget, either council have to know the reason or wait for another AGM for their SSCs to be approved. When you go to page 73, you look at the second to the last line where they say total renovation cost 311,656,587. But the budgeted was 190. People went off their way, spent 121 million some fractions without approval. And the forensic auditor have looked at this and given us paper. Look at what is happening in National Assembly. When you call the people who are fraudulent to come and defend themselves, they will intentionally collapse. And when they collapse, people will leave the main cause of action, the main subject, and be talking of their health, which is wrong. Then some of them, we even tell you that they are not healthy or run to court. I want to give information that this forensic audit, we didn't spend money just for jamboree. We must use it. Let the people who felt that it's ordinary paper, let them come and defend themselves. What I'm suggesting, sir, is a forensic audit. They have license to practice. Whether what they have done is right or wrong, NIS should first of all take an injunction against everybody that have served within this tenure, not to run to court. We take that injunction first, then anybody that intentionally collapse because his name is mentioned, while the person is taking medication, we will still continue with what we are doing. Names must be mentioned, people must be called, so that at the end of the day, this thing will not be like, it is my own turn, let me cut my beat, and we come here, talk and wave it with a wave of our hand, and what is happening continues. So, Mr. President, sir, I want to move a motion that we adopt this document, whether good or bad, as a working document. Let the people come and defend themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have received a forensic report. Forensic is crime all about crime, detection of accounting fraud. My name is Dr. Surveyor Hassan Samaila Ija from Niger State, the chairman, Niger State. After his report, an important person said retain him. But thank God for Surveyor Barrister Ben Omo Igbe, the past president, who said he is culpable in this investigation, and nothing was mentioned of his culpability in it. He refused to answer their call, and nothing happened to him. So, by that, he's indicting this report. If we keep working with the person who is supposed to be investigating, he's turning into a friend. If a cat is playing with the mouse, it's not a cat for the house. Let it be clear that he himself is culpable if there is no return from this criminal investigation. Otherwise, we are just playing with our time here. I initially had no intention to talk here again. Meanwhile, what should have been a motion earlier, although it's separate, is the suggestion we have made here about 3 AGMs ago, which past President C.D. Charles just made as a suggestion again. Should have been a motion first. Then if we are moving any motion about upholding and using this, the investigator who just presented this report should be aware that he could end up a culprit too. Yes. So if I may move, what will help us more or faster, that every ESCO that comes in should go in for financial training intensively, even if it's a week, so that they will not come and support a weak secretariat, and our secretariat should be professional secretariat that can be held responsible, not people uncertified and irresponsible.
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't bring culpability report. He's not asking for anything. And we are paying him from our own purse, not from the proceeds of the recovery. We should be paying from the proceeds of recovery.
At the back there, just at the back. Down, 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 down.
Mr. President, sir, fellows in the House, and my honorable member. Last year, I know I stood. Okay, I am Mrs. Ayemola Mercy from FCT, immediate past council rep. Last year on this floor at Enugu, when they said so amount will be paid for this man, I raised up my hand. Because this man has become a surveyor. He's not an auditor. I am sorry to say. Because he has gotten so used to surveyors. That is why he has been playing with us for over how many years? How many years now? This man has not given us what we wanted. Last year, I will put it to you. When I saw him as the swearing in, struggling for tickets, I knew we are still in problem. Because you don't know why you are in AGM. You have to come and do work for us, not to come and struggle with us to go for any function. But you abandon your job. You struggle for tickets with us to go and do, what do you call it? Inauguration, which you don't have any business with. Today, he has given us a report that does not have any substance to it. Because if you have been paid so heavily and you cannot know one person that is culpable, then you know what you are doing. I rest my case.
Okay. Okay.
So, Mr. President, sir, on this, I'll move a motion of vote of no confidence on this man. Because he has been playing with us and we are not ready to take it anymore. Thank you.
Order. Order. My past president, go ahead.
Can I have the microphone? Well, Mr. President, all other protocols duly observed. Hello? This is the crux of the matter for this AGM. And first of all,
don't worry, I will.
issues like this indict leadership. And leadership is about accountability. Therefore, we are not going to take this very lightly. People have spoken. We have made suggestions. The auditor, the forensic auditor is here. We have made a lot of accusations, this and that, and so on and so forth. Before we go further, let some suggestions have also been made. Let the auditor give us and answer some of the questions that we have raised. From there, we can have a better understanding and a good picture of what he has done. If he needs to do more, if what he has not done, we will know. But while he's here, don't let's crucify him until he proves himself otherwise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my past president. Our external auditor is registered, licensed, and has all it takes to carry out forensic audit. We should allow him answer all the questions posed before we start any condemning or in all aspects putting up words that are not palatable. So I want everybody to listen to him. His presentation, he can now give reasons why it is this way or that way.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, sir. Good afternoon, members. Firstly, let me say this. I'm a certified member of Forensic Accountants of Nigeria. My membership number is CFA 547. So, not that we are doing the job without having qualification to do so. But the report, we have 289 pages report. 289 pages, even more than that. I think it's between 280 and 300 pages.
Audience!
And when we finish this assignment, if members that present the last AGM could remember, we were mandated to circulate all the past presidents within that period, which we did with our evidences here. We circulated the report. Only 3 presidents responded.
please.
Sofio A.O. Oyebola responded. I will read their responses and our counter response. Sofio Ibitoye responded. Sofio Charles CDJP responded. Others, we didn't get anything from them. I think you saw, sir, you have the report with you. I mentioned those that responded, and you have the list in that report we provided. You can easily know those that have not responded. Thank you. Okay. According to my senior manager here, he said we should mention those that have not responded. Like we said, the assignment covers between 2009 and 2023. So, Dr. Olusola Atapa, Sofia Dr. Yakubu Mekano, Sofia Stephen Bode Akaga, Sofia Ben Oma Aigbe, Sofia Dr. Kayode Oluwamatemi, these are the list of the presidents that did not respond or that we have not received their responses. But in line with the questions some people raised, that we were partisan about this report, no. I will read the letter we got from the president that responded. And when we forwarded another letter, we didn't receive anything from them again. This is the response we got from Sofio Charles Alaro. Response on forensic audit as it concerns my years of administration from June 2018 to June 2021. Thank you for the audit report that was made to me at Abuja on the 2nd October 2025. I barely had about 4 hours to go through it and make this response. I was bid to travel for medical vacation on the 3rd of October 2025. The report was dated 19th October 2025. I could not carry the bulky report with me. Nonetheless, I could still remember, even somewhat vaguely, the level of income and expenditure in my service here. My comment on the report begins from page 15. You had mentioned issues concerning reconciling opening balances each year, and I'm to assume that you are able to confirm this from our bankers for each year. Now my comments are as follows. Page 15, number 9. You know, you may not see all these things in that report because I said we circulate over 280 pages report to them. There is a master file that contains the names of the original subscribers. The software labo was responding to NIS lands acquisition and allocation. That file will inform you of the subscribers and full payments made by each of them. I use this file to correct all the errors and misdeeds of the past administration before me on the issue of Karishi land. For a note, people were not allocated plots that they did not pay for. Some people paid. People were allocated plots that they did not pay for. Some people paid incompletely and were allocated lands. Some never paid and were allocated plots. I used that file to provide the correct ownership of plots. Remove duplicate allocations and presented continuous and contagious allocations to individual plot owners. My administration paid for the survey of the parcel of lands and allocated the survey plots with their unique plot numbers to all previous allottees. The perimeter survey and the plot by plot design were paid for and done by the National State Survey Department. The costing and details and all payments are recorded in the appropriate files. Thereafter, we proceeded with the payment for the R&O with the Nasarawa State Government. To crown all this effort, we formed a corporate society with the federal government and established the officer to run this layout outside the control of the main NIS administration. Some past officers of the institution had reimbursed themselves of their payments as they saw this project as a failed project. There was no revocation of previous allocations, except those who had fraudulently collected their payments prior to my administration. All such plots, including those recovered after our thorough investigation, were made public and auctioned at the same original going price of 750,000 per plot. To be honest, at time this land was acquired, each plot of land could never have cost 750,000. The price per plot was a rip-off. This was how the sordid issues concerning NIS land at Kashi were finally settled. All expenses concerning surveying, plot by plot survey, and R&O payments were done from the NIS land accounts. The project was self-sustaining. Concerning PC1 building, my administration recovered building from M.I. Okoro and partners at an elaborate ceremony at the premises of PC1 Victoria Island. My administration did not carry out any maintenance of PC1 building. All monthly payment to the security personnel at the building were done through the Lagos State branch of the NIS. Weeding of grasses and the general cleanliness was equally carried by security and site supervised by NIS Lagos branch, but funded by my administration. There was no issue of theft of armor cable during our tenure in office. Page 21, item C of that report. It looks ridiculous that the payment list done during my administration could not be found. Because of the paucity of funds, we decided to refund those with small values of less than 1,000 or so. Cannot quietly remember, but the record should be there. My administration began the issue of reducing the indebtedness to our members on the issue of PC1 contributions. Again, I need to report that no maintenance was carried out from June 2018 to June 2021, except maintenance of premises which was executed through NIS Lagos branch. Write-off of general debtors. I was still president of NIS and chairman of council. No such issue was discussed, and that 128,548 total be written off as general debtors. Mr. Nwekere Chima, the SY accountant, was employed during my tenure through an employment agency, but only resumed work after I had left office in June 2021. There is no way he would have done this January 2021. Peta 3 PC1 building. Audit did not show that which achievements recovering this building was done during our administration. Even the heavens knows that was no mean feat to recover the building from Messrs. M.I. Okoro and partners. Our administration did not deal with the caretakers of the building during our tenure. Sales of lands. Karishi land, no special receipts were issued to allottees. All payments were made directly to relevant account of the bank by individual allottees. Eco Bank, I believe. Records of payments were kept by the chief accountant and the secretary general. The president also had a verified list. Some elderly ones who will not want to continue with ownership of their allocation opted to sell. Such sales were all duly recorded in the bank account and the accounting books. The new owners paid full for these lots before transfer were made to the original owners. New allottees paid full directly to their account. Some allottees also have their plots sold on request from their next of kin and payments made to them. All these were well documented. Page 45. No mention of ages payment for NIS land at Kiami. No mention of expenses of architectural design of NIS Kiami building. No mention of arrears of land rent paid to federal government. No mention of certificate of occupancy that was obtained by our administration. Architectural design was carried out through open tender. These services involved expenses and I was unable to identify this in your forensic audit. Page 65. Loan to officers to the tune of 4,781,038. The expenditure was to staff or officers. Who are the beneficiaries? Do not remember giving loans to officers, executive officers. We gave staff loans for housing etc. And these were deducted monthly from salaries. Credit adjustments. Building fund for the sum of 1,2 was thus this represent. Page 7. Item 19. Abuja NIS Secretariat land expenses. 20,500,000 cannot be unclassified. Must be building design, land rent, developing levy certificate of occupancy, etc. I wondered how such huge expenditure can be unclassified. Item 20. Miscellaneous expenses of 7,861,469. Too large for miscellaneous expenses. Need to find out what it was. My administration would not have spent public money of this magnitude and call it miscellaneous expenses. Improvement to building. 2,077,854 for which building is referred here as our administration was not involved in any building. Even the fencing of Kiami land was the Abuja NIS office. Kiami land for the Abuja NIS office was done pro bono and NIS did not spend a kobo. Still on page 69, debt adjustment for motor vehicle. 29,774,993 for motor vehicle did not take place under our administration. We bought no vehicles. We carried out scheduled maintenance of vehicles and maintenance. We even created templates for the servicing of cars and generators. Also see items 1, 2, 3 and 4, 8, 26. Not sure of this means, as we did not buy any vehicles or build any houses, not even renovation of this office building, which was a rented apartment. We noticed in our audit that debit adjustment and credit adjustments only began in 2020. Why? Page 78 published account disclosure on FIG. Item 13 cannot be zero for 2021-23. NIS attended FIG. Warsaw, Poland in 2021-2022. Page 80. There was no AGM dues payment for 2020. AGM 2019 was carried forward to 2020. No fees were paid for AGM, except for registration permitted at the time. All old registered delegates were automatically brought forward to 2020. It shows financial discipline. No mention of 3 staff retirees with full payments of their retirement. Of this, one also included death benefit. No mention of this and no records in the audit report. Page 98, items 13, year 2021. Not aware of income of 1,189,900. We did not do any business with NIS Consult. Please recall 2021. It's a transitional year. Page 100. Item 11 year 29 income of 11,191,485. Not sure of what it represents, as we did no business with NIS Consult. Item 11 2019 and item 2021. Please reflect that these were entries in transitional years, and I know nothing of them. Equal item 13, lodgement of 133, was done outside our administration. Generally, your forensic audit has covered a lot of grants, but it did not mention the fraud in the account department, which we discovered and the staff agreed to refund all we could establish at the time. I did not see records of the compulsory savings or project development of 5 and 10% respectively of the annual income during my tenure. I have only concerned myself to the years 2018 to 2021, but all the forensic findings are duly noted. Some I already knew when I was president, but shall make no comments. My prayer is that this forensic audit shall be beginning of a lesson to all those who may wish to provide future leadership of our institution. Noting who we are and what we are. I shall wait to see the outcome of this expensive exercise. On the philosophical note, I dream that what was intended is not what is observed. Let only those who possess good morals and a good conscience seek for positions of leadership in our society. Finally, I can say without equivocally that good leaders have a convergence of character in both private and public lives. That is for Sophia Charles Alabo. This is our response to the letter.
Hello, external auditor. Just wait. So what we need is those who responded, are their response satisfactory to you, so that we free them. But if not, others must respond. You understand me? Huh? Hello? It's time for Juma prayer. And one thing we will ask the external auditor is those who responded, their response, is it satisfactory to him? If it's satisfactory, then we know we are through with those three. Those who have not responded must respond. So what I'm saying is that we are going to use this hall for another occasion, and seats will be arranged here. So let us know that if we can't, we won't disrupt other activities that are coming forward. So I feel we should have a break and let people, those who are going for prayers, let them go. I think within 30 minutes they will be able to finish. Then we'll give short time to arrange, because this hall will be rearranged to accommodate our next activity. But let first of all go for 30 minutes prayer.
Let me respond, sir. You say I should confirm whether their response was satisfactory.
No, I'm just suggesting if it is, you tell us, we know we are moving forward.
Out of the three, only Sophia Obitoye that we did not write him again because he did not have anything to answer. But we wrote Sophia Charles Alabo and we wrote Sophia Oyebola again. And since then, we have not received any further explanation. Thank you.
Those that want to do Juma say they want to do it inside the hall.
Not inside this hall. No, it's outside.
Okay, they are the ones going out.
Yes. So we are reconvening in the next 30 minutes. Thank you very much.